To keep your car from slipping on these icy roads, you can actually keep a weight in the back seat of your car. These are the living conditions that SIU students are having to live under. The paint is literally rising and chipping off. But because of the budget cuts, things like this will not be fixed. To save themselves from the flames, residents jumped from the third-story window down to the concrete below. Because of budget cuts, SIU library is now closed on Saturdays. Even though home air fresheners smell nice, they can actually cause asthma in cats. My thermometer is reading 49 degrees, and that's the temperatures of these waters that people are going to be jumping into later today to help raise money for Special Olympics. Now that's a little too cold for me, so I'm out. Even though they are pretty to look at, Christmas trees can actually be a serious fire hazard. So make sure you keep your tree at least 3 feet away from vents, fireplaces, and candles. As you can see here behind me, the road conditions are very slick. Now also keep in mind that during this holiday season, people are getting together with friends and family and drinking, which makes the time period between Christmas Day and New Year's one of the most dangerous times to be on the road. To help families in need this Christmas, Bardwell Elementary School is having their students drop off new and gently used toys and clothing items. Right behind me, people are celebrating New Year's Eve at Navy Pier, and if you're planning on going out to celebrate, be sure to bundle up because this is going to be the coldest New Year Chicago has seen in the last 40 years. Right now, we are waiting on an update on the condition of the boy that fell through the floorboards of this abandoned hospital last night. With the freezing temperatures finally here, to keep your battery from freezing, you can actually wrap it inside a blanket. With online shopping on the rise this holiday season, so are porch pirates. Porch pirates are people that are stealing packages right off of people's front porches. Be sure to keep an extra eye on your nativity set this year because baby Jesuses across the Chicagoland area have been reported stolen. Kids are getting seriously sick by eating Tide Pods as an internet challenge. On the job hunt, the last thing you want is to find out that the job you wanted was given to the employer's friend or relative.
I would be upset.
When looking at popular job websites such as Indeed, they don't realize that their job application may not even be considered due to nepotism.
Working in human resources, of course, the issue does come up.
Just recently, the Daily Egyptian revealed a case of nepotism right here on SIU's campus. Chancellor Carlo Montemagano created positions for his daughter and son-in-law. When situations like this happen, it can hurt the business in the long term.
Stop doing a good job for you, or they're going to stop coming to work.
For some,
family member is qualified, or they feel that they can work with them better. I'm from the South, and you know, family-owned businesses and stuff, that's very common.
As far as the situation on SIU's campus, his family members are still conducting business as usual, and he is not talking about the matter. However, this is not always the case.
Director was supervising her spouse, and that situation was quickly resolved.
Either way it goes, unfortunately, nepotism is something students could face. It's just another Tuesday night for Brad Johnson and his volunteers. I mean, you can see how busy they are in the kitchen, but this food is not for them.
I felt we need to have a ministry that would reach people like the homeless.
He uses banquet ministries to help build relationships within the church.
It's like going to a movie theater. You go to church and you're entertained with the worship thing and the message, and you go and you don't really connect with people.
So that is the mission here.
Since I was young, I always felt for the people that didn't seem to have a lot of friendships or had trouble connecting, or people rejected because they were maybe odd or quirky.
His passion for wanting to make outsiders feel accepted is what helped spark his idea for banquet ministries. And he is seeing the positive impact.
And he started coming with his family, and he really felt accepted, embraced, and it was funny because now all of his friends who had anxiety issues, he was inviting and coming, participate in the ministry.
It has become a home for the homeless and a welcoming place for those that need a friend.
He just enjoyed coming here. Every time we'd go by the church, oh, is it time to go there? Is it time to go there? He'd want to be here.
You feel good about yourself. You feel like you're making a difference in people's lives.
Sometimes it's just doing the little things, like inviting people for a homemade dinner. She's a 4-year-old girl that has already gone through so much.
I was like, this is awful. Like, no child, no person deserves to go through this.
Jeanette Webb heard through word of mouth of 4-year-old Blakely, who was battling cancer, and she wanted to help. Webb and Blakely's mom started to talk.
And she's like, Blakely loves horses.
If anybody knew about horses, it was Webb.
I grew up rodeoing and barrel racing, and so it's just in my blood, and it's who I am.
She was even Miss Rodeo Illinois of 2012. So Webb decided to gather some items for Blakely's birthday.
And Orchlands and Cape donated a hat, and Jim and Dotson Anna donated cowboy boots, and this year's Miss Rodeo Illinois, she donated a shirt.
And it didn't stop there.
Adam, my husband, his aunt made a rocking horse.
All these things were presented to Blakely at her party.
It means a lot to have all the communities to get together and make things that Blakely wants to do come true and make her happy.
So we doing our cowboy boots? It was a birthday party that Blakely would always remember in a way most 4-year-olds wouldn't.
Knowing what this little girl has been going through, at that time, she didn't have to think about all of that.
It was a day she could just be a kid.
This is going to be a good run.
Runners at the half marathon in Chicago say they come here not to compete with others, but to feel welcomed by the other runners that share their same passion for the sport.
Well, whether it's your first time or not, you're like immediately part of the community and you're welcome and you're being helped.
They also come to push themselves to achieve new personal records.
This year, I'm back to do better.
That's what they do. They're not 149 and a half. They're not 151. They're on it.
Rather, it's getting the satisfaction knowing they completed something that they trained for.
Just the feeling that you get. It's just enduring. It's the endorphins. It's the fun. It's the after party. It's the camaraderie. It's the getting energy from everybody out there. It's really awesome.
But you see people stopping their own race to like pick somebody up off the ground, get them to an EMT or a medic or whatever. You see people helping each other. You know, it's like, it's a completely different, it's a community for sure.
Many here say racing is about pushing yourself to achieve goals that they otherwise never thought possible.
You can do it. Start out little.
We would see like all these bands that we kind of looked up to or took influence from and really enjoyed, and would go to shows and see that and want to do it ourselves.
I like hearing it live. Good like adrenaline. Just hearing it is something that can be operated.
You have to be kind of dedicated because like it is a big financial decision. It is a big time commitment.
And like we're still going, and we've seen a lot of bands like come and go, like our friends or people that we've played with.
But sometimes it's like, at the end of the day, I still want to do this.
We're not really even close to being on a leg of like slowing down.